Scott, we're talking about 4 criminal charges, not just for a former president, but also for somebody who intends to seek the presidency again. And with the DOJ investigating the former president, what does that mean for his political future?
Well, let's start off with Trump's reaction to this vote from the House January 6th committee. He calls it partisan and said the committee was a kangaroo court. The political implications are unclear. The legal implications are quite clear. There's a special counsel investigating January 6th and these efforts to overturn the election. Now the special counsel and the Department of Justice have this referral from the U.S. House on these 4 charges: obstruction, conspiracy, false statements, and insurrection. The insurrection charge, if brought, would far and away be the highest level of any January 6th charge so far. So the legal peril is acute. It's just not certain because, again, Lana, these are recommendations, nothing binding on the federal prosecutors.
Scott, staying with the former president, today the House Ways and Means Committee is expected to make a very important vote for people who have been following the question about the former president's tax returns. Will we see them?
Well, it's possible. Couldn't say that a few weeks ago, because a few weeks ago there was still a legal battle between the House Committee on Ways and Means through the courts and Team Trump. Now, the courts have ruled, and they will allow and have allowed the handover of the tax records, years of Trump's tax records, to the committee. Now, the committee will no longer be in Democratic Party control in 2 weeks, so they have 2 weeks to act or move on what they've received. They will meet today, likely some of it behind closed doors in what they characterize as executive session or closed session. There may be a vote to release publicly these tax returns. There may be a vote on something similar to that. We'll find out today. We just may not find out in front of cameras and live microphones.
All right. Before I let you go, I want to ask you about another thing happening there on the Hill. Lawmakers unveiling this $1.7 trillion year-end spending bill that happened early this morning. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, we've been reading this 4,155-page bill since it was released overnight, and that's not the best way to start a morning. I'll just characterize it that way. There are a few notes I'll underscore. It is $1.7 trillion. About half of that money goes to the Department of Defense and military spending. That's something Republicans have been pushing for. There will be emergency aid to Ukraine, imperative, Lana, because House Republicans have flirted with the idea of cutting off or reducing emergency aid when they take over the U.S. House in a few weeks. But all that being said, there are a couple little nuggets in there that we uncovered this morning. There is in this bill a ban on the use of TikTok by federal employees on their government phones. There is enhanced security spending for Capitol Police and security here at the complex and throughout America for members of Congress in the wake of the attack on Paul Pelosi and in the wake of January 6th. And among other things, there are little treats and tricks for members of Congress for pet projects back home that we're likely to find in the hours ahead.
Last-minute holiday gifts. All right, Scott, thank you so much.